Welcome everyone to the CTA Membership Department internal training session designed for CTA staff throughout the state. Today's training will be focused on committee roles and viewing and changing local chapter, Uniserv, and Service Center Council committee members. Once you log into Falcon, this is the first page you'll see. Let's look up an organization. We will look up the Mojave Faculty Association. Remember, you can use the % symbol to widen your search or search directly by the local name or the 4-digit acronym. From the Locals Profile page, click the Committee tab. Here, you can see the current chapter leadership. You can change how many records appear on each result page here. To make any changes to the contact info for the respective leader, you can click the green Go To arrow next to their name. It will take you to this page where you can click Edit and click the Committee Participation button. Here, you can update any leader's start or end date and their preferred email or phone number. If you're having trouble saving this page, be sure that there is a status date. If this section is blank, you can put in today's date. When updating phone numbers or emails, you have the option to edit or add any information. If the email or phone number is used for business or local chapter purposes only, such as a Gmail account, be sure to uncheck this primary box. Some local leaders prefer not to use their personal email for business purposes, and this is the best way to distinguish their contact information. Once you save the information, you can use the Recent Records button at the top right corner of the page. This will take you back to the local profile page. Be sure to click the Relations tab, which is the default tab where other useful information can be found. If you will update more committee information, you can stay on the Committee tab. You can click the teal Reports button near the top of the page to run 2 useful reports specific to the local chapter. The first is CTA Committee Participants by Local, which will list out the current committee members. Once you click on the report, hit Go, and these are the results for the local chapter. You can always export the report into an Excel or PDF format. Going back to the Report button, you can select CTA Committee Participants by Organization and change the date to the start of the local's fiscal year. This will most likely be September 1st or whenever their first monthly deductions begin. This will list out all the committee members, both past and present, within the current fiscal year. Since there have not been any changes to the leadership for Mojave so far this year, the results are the same as the first report. To add a new committee member to a local, you will need to go to the individual's profile. Going back to search for individual, we're going to search Bradley Edwards. Once you're on the individual's profile page, go to the Members Committee tab and select the plus or add button. Here, you can select the local chapter, their new position. You can leave the status date as is. The start date should overlap with the existing president, or at least be effective once we find out who the new leader is. The start date is important because automated emails are sent to the chapter leaders based on this date. You can leave the end date blank unless we know for certain that their role will end on a particular date. The member's existing contact information will always auto-populate, but you can change this information as needed. Once everything is updated, you can click Save, and now Bradley is listed as the new chapter president from the Mojave Faculty Association. Now we'll go over Uniserv and Service Center Council committee roles.
The committee module is where committee information is housed and managed for single local Uniservs and Service Center councils. From the sidebar drop-down list, select Committee and click on Overview, then Overview and Setup. You can search for a committee by selecting Find a Committee under the Committee section. Let's search for Alcosta Service Center Council Committee. You can type Alcosta with the % symbol as a wildcard in the committee name field and select Go. The search result displays the committee information for this service center. Under the Primary tab, you can see the active participants and their Service Center Council positions. Under the History tab, you can find a list of former participants and the positions they once held at the Service Center Council, as well as their terms. Committee member updates can be made under the Primary tab. For an example, we received information that Nicole Grashton is the new incoming elections chair for Alcosta Service Center Council. We will need to end date the current elections chair role for Cindy Crawford by clicking on the edit icon and enter 8/31/23 in the end date field and click Save. Now click on the plus icon at the top to add a new record for Nicole Grashton as the elections chair effective 9/1/23. In the participant field, enter last name, then first name, Grashton Nicole. A comma is not required. Select Elections Chair from the drop-down list for position, then add the start date of 9/1/23 and click Save. You may need to refresh the page. However, now you will see an end date for Cindy Crawford. And if you scroll down, you will find Nicole Grashton listed as a future participant. This update is also reflected on the individual's profile. Now let's take a look at how to update committee member information for a single local Uniserv like Saddleback Valley EA. Before we make any changes in the committee module, we want to make sure that the leadership role has been updated on the individual's profile in the CRM module. For an example, Helen Adair is a new incoming president for Saddleback Valley EA. Find the individual's profile page by doing a search using first and last name or CTA ID. I have Helen's CTA ID, so let's use that to pull up her record. We'll add her local leadership as president under the Committee tab. Select the local, the position as president, and change the start date to 9/1/2023 and click Save. Now you can see her role as president with a start date of 9/1/23. We'll also need to update the leadership role for the current president, Joyanne Goodfellow. Find her role as president under the Committee tab and click on the pencil icon. Scroll down to the end date and add 8/31/2023 and click Save. This has now end dated her role as president effective August 31, 2023. Let's go to the committee module to update the Uniserv leadership information for Saddleback Valley EA Uniserv. Go to the sidebar menu, select Committee Module, Click on Overview and Overview Setup. Click on Find Committee Member and type in Joyanne for the first name and Goodfellow for the last name, and click Go. The search provides 3 different results for this individual. Click on the result that says Uniserv Leadership under Committee Name. Under the Active Participation tab, you see listed Joyanne's current committee positions for both the Uniserv and the local. Click Go for the Uniserv Leadership Committee. From here, we will select Joyanne's Uniserv Chair position, click on the Edit icon, and enter in the end date of 8/31/23, and click Save. Now go up to the top and select the plus icon to add a record for Helen Adair. Type in Adair Helen for the participant field. Select Uniserv Chair from the drop-down list for position, and enter the position start date of 9/1/23, and click Save. You may need to refresh your window to see the updates, but now you can see that Joyanne's Uniserv Chair position has been end dated, and Helen Adair is listed under future participants. As you can see, I showed you 2 different ways to get to the committee profile where the updates are done. A Uniserv Chair and a Uniserv Treasurer should always be listed in the committee module. If there are changes to the roles of President and Treasurer for single local Uniservs, like Saddleback Valley EA and Fontana TA, the individual's profile in the CRM module, as well as the committee leadership information in the committee module, must be updated in Falcon. Now we'll give you an overview of the resources and tools available on the membership page at cta.org website.
Membership materials and information is accessible to local leaders and staff online by visiting cta.org/membership. There are links to membership processing, CTA 360 app for mobile devices, and CTA 360 Pro for desktops under quick links. Let's go to membership processing. This page is where you can find membership enrollment forms, the current year's due structure, membership handbook, membership materials request form, tools for membership engagement and information on membership drop process, voluntary contribution forms, and trainings and access request forms for CTA 360. This site is a great resource and intended for local leaders and staff only. Let's go back to membership main page. Under the quick links section, you can go to CTA 360 app or CTA 360 Pro for more information on those tools. Or for general inquiries, call membership department at 650-552-5278 or email membership@cta.org.